Garage Guy sleeping, Olivia Munn's liking, John Cena's following, hostess with the mostest himself, Ryan Green Machine Ebner. And today is January 21st. It's a Thursday. It's actually the 21st day of the 21st year of the 21st century. That won't happen again for like over 1,000 years. This is like pretty fucking wild, you know? Every time one of these weird things happen, like number things, I'm always like, damn, that's crazy. That's wild. To even think about that, we're even at that point. But that's where we are. And because it is Thursday, it is our gaming show. If you're listening on live streams on Twitter, YouTube, or on twitch.tv/UndeadRedBull, thank you very much. If you're listening on podcast platforms such as Spotify, Google, Apple, etc., thank you very much as well. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram. It's at AMNationPod. Make sure you hit that follow button. On YouTube, search Amalgamation Nation and hit that sub button. For merch, it's teespring.com/stores/AMNation-UndeadRedBull. That is a mouthful. So, you can also find it on our pinned tweet at AmNationPod, down below in the episode description on if you're listening on podcast platforms, and down below on twitch.tv/UndeadRedBull. We will be back then again Tuesday night for a sports show. It should be 8 p.m. Central Time, and then Thursdays, like I said, are the gaming show. And because we don't have Dan here, because he's working, man, you know what I'm saying? He's a working guy. I decided, all right, he's in the league for fantasy gaming. We're going to push it back a week. I do want to do it next week by the end of January, though, so we have like an opportunity to grab some games. You know what I'm saying? I already fucked myself out of Hitman 3, which we'll get into that. But, you know, that's fine.
Agreed.
Yeah, see? Exactly. Joining the crew today from twitch.tv/UndeadRedBull himself, David, how are you?
Pretty peachy.
Oh, dude, Peachy Keen? That's my favorite.
I don't know. Probably starting Warzone before a podcast wasn't a great idea.
See, now you're in a bad mood. That's how that goes, bro. Because if you weren't on it, you know what I'm saying? I get it.
Maybe they stop giving me diamond lobbies. Maybe that'd be good. You know? There you go. I got to pay $1 million there, you know? Be like a Tim the Tat Man.
That's right.
Get the bronze lobbies.
That's right. Go in there and be like, yo, do you see these numbers I'm putting up? Help me out. Help me out, bro. Also joining us this evening from North Carolina, Brendan B.K. Kennerly, star of Donut County video game. BK, how are you, sir?
I'm a trash panda in my downtime.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I love it. I was pretty excited. As soon as because I just saw people posting about the game earlier. I'm like, that looks like a fun little puzzle game. I'm going to install that when I get home. And then I went on my phone and I was like, oh, I have Game Pass on here too. Let me just look at it. And I was like, it said BK and I was like, wait a minute. Oh.
No, BK.
Yeah. Hopefully they pay you soon. I hope so.
See my address.
I'm like, hey, that's weird. How'd I get that? And rounding out the crew this evening, Guadalupe Homoyo Long Escobar Jr. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very good, sir. How are you?
Oh, doing just fine and dandy, because I didn't play Warzone before the stream, so I'm not in a bad mood yet.
Neither did I. So
See, there you go.
I'm in a happy mood.
There you go. I didn't get shit on yet, so I'm okay. All right, let's do this. First and foremost, last week we talked about games that we're looking forward to in 2021. BK was off. He was under the weather. So I wanted to start with that with you. What are some games that you're looking forward to in 2021, sir?
So obviously looking towards Halo Infinite. I didn't throw that on there because I think that you had it on there last week, so I didn't want to. Obviously looking forward to that as a big Xbox gamer. The Biomutant, it's that third-person open-world game where you're like the kind of cyborg, like woodland creature, kind of going and experiencing a little journey there, RPG style. Just looked really, really cool.
Oh yeah.
Humankind. It's coming out here in March or April. I have it pre-ordered on Steam, the digital deluxe edition. It's around like $50 if you pre-order it now. It's a Civ-like turn-based strategy game taking you through the evolutionary chain and all that stuff. So it seems like right up my alley. Another 4K, 4X kind of game. So keep an look out for that. And then finally, Bright Memory Infinite. I think it's still supposed to come out this year. If not, it might have gotten delayed to 2022. I just saw that the other day. But I'm looking forward to that. That was teased on one of the Xbox Series X like teasers, like in the build up and the months leading up to it. It was made by like one person. It's a one-person development team in China.
Oh,
So.
that okay. Now I do know what you're talking about. That was what. Okay,
Yeah.
I do remember that now. Very nice, very nice. We will see how the games go as the year progresses. Hopefully, everything stays on track for its launches. We can only hope. And then, like I said last week as well, I want to start every show talking about what we're currently playing. I know that sometimes it stays the same, and that's okay. Still, always different, experiences with those games at the same time. But Junior, I'm going to start with you. What have you been playing lately?
So pretty much I've been playing the same games that I've been playing for the past few weeks. D2, WoW. I've been trying to get back into GTA 5 recently. A buddy of mine, he re-downloaded it. I've not gonna lie, I forgot how to play the game for like a good 2-3 hours, trying to remember all my key bindings and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We got into a fucking gang fight with somebody, and I could not, for the life of me, figure out how to get into cover. So yeah, that was fun. Just pretty much just trolling around, having fun. Just not really worrying about skill-based matchmaking in COD or anything like that. Just trolling.
I will say I jumped on GTA 5 a long time ago back. Like it's still on. I think it's on PS4. I tried to jump on, and I also couldn't figure out how to cover again. And I was like, wait, I don't remember these buttons for some reason. It was awful. It was awful. So I feel your pain. Mr. David, what have you been playing?
Mostly just Warzone and zombies. But our free zombies are up, so now I'm debating if I should buy it.
Because you like zombies
I
that much?
enjoyed. Yeah, zombies was fun. We enjoyed it a lot.
Duo was just me and David. I think we made it up to level 46.
Yep, we made it to level 46 on yesterday's stream.
Very nice.
And that was only because we got hungry and we got off.
Yeah, we could have probably kept going.
Yeah, we were streaming for a while. I didn't think we were gonna last that long, so it was a rough one. Like, all right, I guess let's just leave. I'm leveling up Warzone guns, so that's basically the premise of it, and it's great.
Oh, so when you're
but
playing in
let's see.
zombies, you're actually still leveling up your guns for Warzone.
Yep.
Yep, Call of Duty or the Cold War guns, level them up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, things like with
Yep.
the whole pack-a-punch on it,
Mhm.
it counts as extra XP because obviously you're doing one-shot kills on it, so you level up guns pretty quick.
That's very, very interesting.
And you could use a double XP token and continue even more.
Very, very. That's crazy. I didn't know that you could level up your guns that way. That's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. That is sweet. And then obviously you said Warzone. I know you said when you introduced yourself you're a little salty right now. But other than today,
blast.
have you felt like you've had some solid matches in Warzone?
No, I just get nothing but diamond lobbies. I'm not
No,
I'm not even that great for a diamond lobby, but that's all I get.
Well, and then you
Can you
got
explain that to me for dumb people?
Mm-hmm.
So bronze lobby is probably the lobby that we should play when I'm probably with like Ryan and Mex, who are super new to the game. Not because they're horrible, just because you're new, right?
Yeah.
But they come and play with me, they throw me into a diamond match. It makes no
it's
sense.
pretty much like the
It's all based off your
sweaty.
skill, so it's based
Yeah.
off your points and your kills.
Is
So
it bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond?
after gold, it's diamond.
Oh, okay. You don't have a plat. Okay, I got you.
There is no plat. Usually there is a plat. Like if you're thinking of like Rainbow Six, there's a plat.
Yeah, in
Okay.
Overwatch. That's what I was going off of. Yeah.
If there is a plat, then I haven't gotten one of those. Maybe but yeah, I just get diamond lobbies, and I could be playing I'll be playing with Mex, and his KD is like a 0.37, and I get thrown in a diamond lobby.
It's gotten worse,
That's
Junior.
why I get wrecked, so it's not. Well,
I
that's because I've
mean,
been playing like all kinds of other
Junior's gonna get wrecked if we're playing in a diamond lobby.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem very fair.
I'm gonna get wrecked in a diamond lobby. So,
In other words,
what
I
sucks
gotta
is
quit
right.
playing with David.
But when you see like all these like the streamers that are like, oh, I got 60 kills, oh, we killed 100 people. You look at their lobby, they're playing in like bronze 4, bronze
They're
5.
playing against people like me.
Now, how
They're
can
playing
you?
against like a whole server. There's a website.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's a website, and it will let you look at the stats of the lobby, and you can see, and it determines what tier you're in. Yeah, Call of Duty didn't like that, so they tried to block it.
I
but you
did-
could reopen up.
Who was it? Somebody I was listening to. Damn, it had to have been a podcast I was listening to, and I can't remember what it was. But they were talking about that. They were actually talking about. Oh no, if Carlos was in the chat, he would know because he was watching some random YouTube video, and I was in the office with him, and I could hear, and it was about Call of Duty, and the guy was explaining like the websites and like how to check them and like figure out where you're at and shit like that. I was like, oh, That's
Yeah, so that's kind of what it was. But yeah, I just keep getting diamond lobbies. Apparently, there's a TikTok video that says how to get a bronze lobby, and it requires you to buy content for the game. That's a theory. I'm not gonna. I mean, I've bought some cosmetic stuff that looks cool, but I'm not like spending hundreds of dollars. Like, you know,
Just to
I'm just curious though. Like, if I buy a shitload of stuff and I get a bronze lobby, I'll be like, this is bullshit. Pay to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay to win.
Yeah.
Only because I get a shitty lobby.
That's actually super shitty. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Junior and I both on the same page. I think we only bought the weeb stuff. I know I did.
Yep.
I know I did.
Hey, we didn't get no bronze lobby when you bought some stuff, so
No, I bought it. I bought it so long ago.
Oh,
so
all right.
long ago, yeah. Just because I remember coming home one day and my brother Nick was like, "Bro, look at this," and he like showed me. I'm like, "Hold on, I'll log in real quick. Hold on, I'm gonna buy this shit real quick." That was pretty dope. Mr. BK, what are you playing lately?
So I just finished up the mainline story of AC Valhalla, so I'm probably gonna be putting that down for months on end here.
Jeez.
Yeah, so like did the main story, did all the alliances, I killed all the order members, I maxed out my settlement, I beat all the Orlog people, I got to all the viewpoints. So like my skill level is it was around 345 by the time I was done. And I just downloaded the Falconeer, the Donut County game, Greedfall, and Jedi Fallen Order, and I actually just picked up. I just started playing Jedi Fallen Order the other day, and I was telling Ryan in the pre-show, just that game, just 15, 20 minutes in, just like had a huge smile on my face. It just felt so right. It just felt like a good game just to like play, and it looked absolutely beautiful with the updates that just came out last week, earlier this week, with the 4K 30 consistently, and then you can do the was it like essentially 2K at full 60 FPS if you want. So yeah, that's how I'm playing.
Very, very nice. I myself have really not played a whole ton. I've been fucking around a little bit with like some random games on Xbox Game Pass. I did download Donut County because I do want to try that out because I've seen some people talk about it. Not just because BK is a star of it. That's part of it though. I played a little bit more of Phoenix Immortal Rising. Just because I do like that game. It is actually really fun. I just like I have a really bad habit of getting sidetracked on things, so I was like, oh, I need to go back into this. So I did. I had to free Aphrodite, so I did that, and then I'll move on to the next god or goddess after this. But that game's actually super fun, and that's pretty much about it. I been taking a little bit of a breather, trying to watch more anime because of weebisodes, so you know there's that, but we'll see how that goes moving forward. Now let's get to the news, including Cyberpunk devs. They were talking about their rough launch, and you know people were kind of upset about it in the sense that they were like, that apology seemed kind of lame. It seemed like they were blaming the fact that the tech is old, where there's other games that have launched on these PS4s and Xbox One X's, and they were just fine, especially if we're talking about PS4. Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us Part 2 looked beautiful, so I don't really know what the issue there was. But they're also being sued, this time in California, by investors about being misled about the performance on last-gen consoles. I'll ask you this, BK. I know you put this in here. Do you believe that the heads of the studios should step down?
Absolutely. I think if they misled investors, that's really fucked up. And then also just completely ignored the advice of the QA team, because like they essentially came out and said that like, hey, we knew the game had tons of bugs, it wasn't working. QA let us know, but we decided to come out with it anyways. And it's all kind of shady because it seemed like the game should have been pushed back, and it was kind of like acknowledged. But the only reason they didn't is because they were trying to launch it on last gen and next gen at the same time, so they could kind of double dip, quote unquote. And that's a little fucked up, like really, honestly. And I'm not sure if CD Projekt has lost all goodwill, but I think they're well on their way to losing it.
Yeah, you know,
especially with the delayed announcement too. Sorry, of the next gen enhancements too, because I was waiting for that, and I think you were too.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have to wait even longer for that. I don't know when I'm going to play that game now. Like it just eventually.
Yeah, I'm really torn on. See, like, you know, we talked about this before, that David, you've had a good experience at Cyberpunk when you played it. You weren't experiencing a ton of the bugs, which is good, which is awesome. BK and myself, I know we said, yeah, we were going to wait. That we were gonna wait for the next gen updates to come in. I won mine from Watch Ven, so that was pretty dope. I was actually pretty excited about it, and shout out to them. But I was like, it's just sitting there. You can't see it because it's dark, but it's sitting by my PS5 and it's in its package. It's just sitting there, and I'm like, I don't know when I will touch this. But I want to say I texted you. We were talking about it, BK, and I said I almost feel like I have to do it now, because what if the games start rolling and they don't stop falling and they keep on going, and I'm like, oh shit. That almost sounded like what was that band called? Bowling for Soup song. That's what that almost sounded like. Chicken, Chinese chicken. But all I'm thinking about, see, there it is. All I'm thinking about is, if I don't start now, when the fuck am I gonna play this game? Because I really do want to play this game. David, for someone that has experienced the game and you've actually enjoyed it, when you look at it, I guess from the outside perspective of that, and you're seeing other people struggling with it, or the way that the quote unquote misled their investors, what's your thoughts on the studio right now as a whole?
Oof. Kind of hard to see. Yeah, obviously, if they're wrong with the investors, it depends on what they said. Obviously, the investors are going to be sad, or not sad. They're going to be upset. That's why they're probably doing the lawsuit. As for the heads to step down, probably, they'll probably still be in the project. They'll just probably take a different role. That's usually what those type of companies do. They'll lower you to a different tier, but you'll still be a part of the project and the company. Just want to be considered the head. Probably like an assistant head or something. Yeah, I don't know what they'll do, but something like that. Because they still developed a pretty decent game, but it wasn't made for last gen. Well, it kind of was, but it only worked when you had the next gen powerful enough to run it.
Right.
So that's what it came down to. I mean, I've only played like not much, and I'm only maybe like 10 hours into it, because I've switched between console to PC and then kind of just stopped playing it. No reason behind it. Just, it's still a great game. You just, just lose interest and just want to do other stuff at times. Same thing like with Assassin's Creed. After I played about 20 hours of it, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm done.
Right. It definitely does happen. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Junior, as a complete outsider that doesn't have that game or anything like that, but you are a consumer, your thoughts on this whole situation with Cyberpunk 2077 and CD Projekt Red?
I mean, looking at it from like a business point of view, like from an investor, you're going to be very upset being misled. You got a whole company telling you that this game is ready to go. You've invested all this money into it and things. And then for the consumers to come back and say, like, we can't play this game at all because, there's so many bugs, there's so many issues with it, it's not playable and things like that. As an investor, you kind of feel jaded. You're like looking at the company that, published the game, and it's like, okay, you guys told us this, consumers are telling us all this. Who are we to believe? We can't believe you anymore because you guys lied to us. Now, are you going to want to invest into a company again, making another game that's potentially going to have the same issues? No. Smart business point would be no. So for them to try to sue the company or the publisher, Project Red, that's a good move on the fact that if it's only on that basis, if it's only on the fact that they were misled, then yeah. But if they're going to be trying to go at it from a point of view where they're going to be trying to get more money out of it from different issues or from whatever other arguments that they have, it could be a bad move on their part. Because then CD Projekt Red could just turn around and go to a different investor who has pretty much nothing to lose and be like, yeah, you know what, I'm willing to take the risk. So they got to play it smartly to see how it's all going to pan out in the end. As far as anybody stepping down, I'm not sure if they should necessarily step down, but they should be making a lot more of an effort for PR control. Because the way they're handling things right now, just by saying a quick sorry here and there, it's not really flying with the consumer at this point.
100%. 100%. We will see what happens with Cyberpunk as we move forward. Like I said, I mean, it's a game that I really would like to jump into. I've heard really good things about it. I do think it is funny, though, that before the launch, when it got delayed again for like whatever the time was, before we went on our break, before the game launched, we had said, is this game going to suffer from things such as Kingdom Hearts has suffered from in other games where it's just overhyped? It's too much hype. I don't want to say overhyped, but too much hype to possibly live up to. And a lot of different reviewers that I've always listened to, I've always read, I went back and I checked them out. I listened to them, and they all said kind of the same thing. Like, this game's really good, but it definitely isn't like the level I think people thought because of what happened with Witcher 3 and how great Witcher 3 was. And it's also different when you don't have all that pressure on you, because I mean, Witcher 1 and Witcher 2 are really good games, but they were nowhere near the level that Witcher 3 was, and Witcher 3 kind of put Cyberpunk or CD Projekt Red on that level of like, oh, well, now you have to nail it. And then you go through and you read like how the game wasn't even really started development until 2016 supposedly, and there's just so much headaches with this game, but we'll see. I would like to hopefully jump into that soon. A game that has released to very, very good reviews is Hitman 3. Open Critic right now has it sitting at an 86 as their average. I know IGN gave it a 9, PC Gamer gave it a 90, I think GameSpot gave it around a 9. It's doing really great. It's out on the PS4, the Switch, the Xbox One, Stadia, PS5, and Xbox X/Series S. It should be on PC too, because I just got the update from Epic Game Store about it. It looks great. If you're a fan of Hitman games, you should definitely check out Hitman 3. But the biggest thing is the studio that developed it is, as we know, is in charge of the next 007 game, James Bond. BK, do you believe, with their success of Hitman over the years, they will be able to nail a James Bond game?
I think so, because the Hitman, it's kind of like an assassin-like thing, and 007 essentially is a British assassin to a certain degree, British gentleman assassin and many things. Yeah, and the Hitman, when they took back over around 2016, I think is when they took back over, and they've all been very well rated. They've been in the 70s or 80s, so I think they can take it over. And I don't know if they're going to tie it in with the next James Bond film, No Time to Die. It just got announced today that it got pushed back to sometime in October of later this year, 2021. So I don't know if they're going to tie it into that at all. They're going to do a completely separate story. But I think it would be cool because I miss the 007 games, but I'm also a big James Bond fan. My dad owns all the movies and the encyclopedia stuff. He's a real big James Bond nerd. So
I am also very excited for James Bond to come back. Very, very much so. David, do you believe that the studio here, IO Interactive, can nail a James Bond game?
I think they can. They just got to be careful with it, because we want a James Bond 007 game. We don't want it to be just like Hitman, but instead it's just James Bond. Mm-hmm. That's something that they have to figure out, because if it's the exact same stuff, then it's basically you're just playing Hitman with like a James Bond DLC in there. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing they would just have to make sure they worry about. So they're gonna have to definitely do some changes and make it more James Bond field. Even though when you think about it, they're kind of similar in an aspect. So nothing they need to worry about, but I think they'll still be able to nail it.
Awesome. I hope so. Junior, do you believe they can nail a James Bond, and will you be excited for a James Bond game?
Oh yeah, pretty much BK and David said all the points on it. They have the reputation of making a good, assassin game, a stealth, type of game, and James Bond is a glorified assassin in my eyes, but a little bit more action-y, I should say, in most recent movies anyway. But like David said, you got to be careful on, trying to take too much from Hitman and just slapping, James Bond's skin on it. That's just not going to fly. You have to have its own story, its own mechanics, things like that. But again, they have a success of making that type of game, so I don't see why not.
100%. We will see. I'm really excited for the potential of a new James Bond game and what that can be. Callisto Project. It's a game that was shown off last year, and it's from the PUBG universe, and it's like a zombie-esque type of game set in that world. They did talk about that they're going to have 2 more games other than Callisto Project that are going to come to the PUBG universe this year and the next. 2021, it looks like it will be a Battle Royale mobile title that's not PUBG. We're going to see what that... Yeah, it says a new Battle Royale mobile title set within the game's universe. That's going to be this year. 2022, we're going to see a launch of another PUBG-related PC and console game, as well as the previously announced survival horror game, the Callisto Protocol. So we're going to see what PUBG does there. But David, as someone that, we always talk about you, the PUBG guy, are you excited for more games to be set in that universe?
I don't really care about the universe. I didn't even know the universe actually really was a thing. When you think about it, it's just a battle royale, and you're like, it's in that universe. Oh, okay. I guess I watched some of the cinematic videos that they have, but when you're playing the battle royale, you don't care. You get those videos majority of the time. Yeah, you can hide that story. I guess it takes place in that storyline, and probably maybe do some more behind the scenes of what that map entailed. But in reality, your battle royale game is dead, so I guess you're branching out. Obviously their mobile is successful, so them doing another battle royale mobile title makes sense as to what they do for that part, so that'll probably be great. But I'll be kind of curious what that second game is that they're not talking about for next year, because we already know the horror game, survival game. So what is that second title? Is it a newer battle royale? Then that would be really big, because the battle royale right now is just dominated by Warzone, and it's just hanging on Warzone because it needs something new. Someone's waiting for what's that next new battle royale game? There isn't one. Everyone's just basically stuck on the last one that came out, which is Warzone, right. Or at least the last great one that has dominated is Warzone.
Yeah. Junior, does any more PUBG Universe games do anything for you? Does it get you going?
Nope.
I didn't think so. BK, how about yourself?
It's interesting that they're taking this approach. I think the head of the studio said they didn't want to be a one-trick pony. Yeah. They want to try to branch out and try new things. And I'll give them credit for trying to do a universe thing. And it's so weird. I don't even think maybe like a decade ago, probably actually a little bit more, this wouldn't be like a topic of conversation. I think we talk about all these universes and all of these franchises and all this media that we consume and play because of the success of the Marvel universe, the MCU. It was never like a thing. You think about back when Universal did, their original monster movies. They weren't thinking of making a monster universe, but then of course they tried to revamp that. So I think it's really interesting that they're at least trying to address that and try to bring something to the table, because it gives back to the consumers a little bit. It's like, oh, hey, if you've been here with us, you might pick up on some things here and there. It's like kind of rewarding you for being a fan, quote unquote, for a long time. So I do think that's actually pretty cool. I enjoyed PUBG. I don't like scary shit, so I'm definitely not checking that out. But the other stuff, yeah, like I said, just because they're trying it, I'll throw my hat in the ring. I'll try them out.
All right, no Callisto Protocol for Mr. BK. We're talking about Battle Royale, so let's keep it going. Football, or as us in the United States call it, soccer, is coming to Fortnite. Pele and Fortnite are teaming up for the Pele Cup. Several teams from the U.S. and across the world are going to have skins in the game. You buy the one, and then there's 10 variants of male and female outfits. Within those variants, they then have 23 football clubs to swap between. Some of those are Manchester City, Juventus, AC Milan, Seattle Sounders, the Atlanta United, the Wolves, West Ham United, and much more. I can confirm Arsenal is not on that list. So, like I said before the show, BK doesn't have to get Fortnite. It's all good. It's all cool. He doesn't need to download it now. It's all good. It's also, if you compete in the Pele Cup, you have a chance to get the Pele Air emote, Air Punch emote, which is also available in the shop beginning January 23rd. And as of right now, the Sarah Connor and T-800 from Terminator are available in the shop right now on Fortnite. Oh. So go get it. If it was Arnold, I would have bought it. I know I probably would have. If it looked full on like Arnold, I probably would have thought about it. You can earn the Predator skin right now too. You just have to go in there. You have to have 4 people, and you find where his ship is, which I already found it, but I didn't have 4 people. I forgot. And you then have to like kill the Predator. If you kill the Predator, you get the Predator skin. So it's pretty dope. You can like cloak yourself like the Predator and shit. It's actually pretty cool. So pretty dope. Get to the chopper. Also, in gaming news, Pokemon Johto celebration in Pokemon Go. It starts 10 a.m. local time, January 26th to 8 p.m. local time, January 31st. The Pokemon that are going to appear more frequent include Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Mareep, Hoppip, Apom, Sunkern, Yanma, Murkrow, Gilgar, Snubble, Slugma, and Miltank, which means also Shiny Miltank, will also finally appear in Pokemon Go. David, you played a little bit of Pokemon Go over the weekend for the Machop event?
Yes, I did. I got my shiny.
Oh, very nice. I honestly forgot that I bought the $1 like event thing, and then like I turned on the game. I'm like, oh fuck, it's Machop Day, son of a bitch. I forgot, but I didn't get any shinies, but I did get some Machops.
I do have an extra one if you need one.
There you go. It's so fucking ugly though. It really pisses me off.
It is. I've already knew what it was because I've seen other people get it before.
Yeah.
Which sucks. And like the next one, I think is Rosita.
Yeah.
I already have her too. I got her from an egg hatch, so I was like, oh, fuck me. So yeah, I already have that shiny, but oh well. Maybe I'll get a better. But really, she's basically useless when it comes to attacking.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, it's really hard about this whole Pokemon Go, and I love Pokemon Go, and I still open it every day. I still do my catch every day. I drive past, in my neighborhood is a gym, so every day on the way home from work, I stop. I spin the gym. The people across the street probably think I'm just stopping in front of their house, but I'm low-key just playing Pokemon Go. And it's just, like, here in the Midwest, we're in a season called winter, and it's kind of fucking cold. So it's like I don't like to go out and then like do my walking and everything because I'm like, it's fucking cold.
We have done it before.
We
but
have, bro.
It was a good event though. That's a good one.
It's really got to get me. Like it's really, really got to get me. Otherwise, I did think about it the other day, being like after work on a day that I'm not doing a show, to drive down to where we usually go in downtown and just be like, sit in my car, grab all the stops, do some shit. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm sure it's still going to be kind of buzzing now. I mean, restaurants weren't closed anyway, low-key, but now they are officially opened again, so we'll see how that goes. Junior, have you played Pokemon Go at all while you're at home, or have you just not even touched the game?
I mean, I keep up with the news, as far as like events goes and things like that, and I wasn't really too interested in the shiny Machop, so I opened it, tried to catch in a few, no luck, closed it back out. Like, I tried.
I've been on a real big Pokemon kick lately. A lot. Like it's stopping me. I'm like, I have to finish other games, but I really want to open up Pokemon Sword again and jump in to all the, because I only played a little bit of the first DLC. I never finished it, so I would like to finish it.
Second DLC ever come out?
Oh yes, it is with all the legendaries. It sure fucking is. I just gotta log in and get my Rayquaza. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite. BK, are you a participator in the Pokemon Go?
I haven't had that in years. Sorry.
Wow. As a Pokemon fan, that does hurt.
I know. I know, because I do like Pokemon, and I get in those Pokemon moods where like you're just talking about where it's just like, I gotta catch some mons.
Yep, 100%.
Like I know that feeling. So
that's all right. It's not for everybody, but for people that it is. The Entei raids are January 26th to the 31st. Raikou raids are January 31st for February 4th. And Suicune raids are February 4th to February 9th. I made sure I said it that way because if Mike's listening, he'd be really pissed if I said it the way I used to say it. So Suicune it is. Something else Mike would probably be pissed about.
I'm trying to figure out what you would say or how.
Me and Joey always used to call it Susween or something like that. Yeah, Suicune. Yeah, but it's Sukine, but it's Sukine. It's just like he doesn't like how we say Lugia. No. He doesn't like that. He calls it Lugia. It's Lugia. I know it is.
Lugia, yeah.
Yeah, but Mike calls it Lugia.
Lugia.
Yeah, it's not right.
Whoever called it Lugia? What?
It's Mike.
Right. Mike is a weird individual.
Right. Shout out to you, Mike. Thanks for working and not coming to this job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he just walked in. I don't know if you heard any of that. He probably wasn't even paying attention.
Oh no! I didn't hear him at all. growth of mobile gaming. So let's get into that a little bit. I know none of us are mobile gamers, but fuck it. For the year of 2020, NPD reported that there was 303.7 million Americans and Canadians who counted themselves as mobile gamers. 238.7 million are active users, 12% increase from 2019. My initial thoughts were no shit. A lot of people are at home. They probably played a lot of games on their phone. And then as I continued reading, I was correct. 35% of mobile gamers said it was the COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown that led them to play on mobile more. Quote, mobile is the most popular platform in the video game industry with wide and increasing appeal across all age groups. NPD's Matt Piscatella said, its strength comes not only from its accessibility and availability, but also from the incredible diversity of mobile titles available, from the evergreen properties such as Candy Crush Saga, Pokemon Go, and Clash of Clans, to newer hits like Call of Duty Mobile and Among Us. Mobile gaming's growth is certain to continue well into the future. BK, I'm going to start with you here. Oh, Mike, I swear to God you called it Lugia, bro. Who is it that called it that then? Someone in our group called it that and we got pissed about it. I don't remember who it was. I just wanted to blame you. But BK, I want to ask you your thoughts on mobile gaming's growth and what it looks like as we move forward.
It's going to keep growing just because everyone has a cell phone. So it's easily the biggest video gaming quote unquote platform. I mean, my mom plays Candy Crush every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she probably wasn't participating in this, and she probably wouldn't consider herself like an active user, but she is. If she's booting up Candy Crush and playing it every day, active user. Colleen plays some, so like she would also be throwing that. And both the Colleen and my mother refuse to play like handheld like video games. Like, can't do it, won't do it. That's just not their thing.
But
so
they'll play it. They'll do this though, huh?
Yeah, they'll do that. Exactly that. They'll play on a cell phone with the touch screen and all that. So it's like you also have like almost like that stigma of what I'm talking about, where like when you have the traditional like console or even PC, like the video games, or if you have a mouse and keyboard or like a controller, you kind of have like that stigma of being a quote unquote gamer. But when you have a cell phone, you don't. You're kind of like, oh, I'm just like everyone else. And so you're going to continue to see it grow in that capacity. It'll be interesting to see where it goes forward, especially with streaming coming in, xCloud. Wow, I'm thinking
Stadia.
PlayStation
Now, yeah.
And so all of that, it's going to see, because they're going to continue to kind of merge, where console gaming is going to merge into it a little bit. So, you're still probably about a decade away from really seeing that. With the rollout of 5G here.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting because you're going to see people probably switch to having quote unquote cell phone service. Like 5G is their home internet, because it'll be faster potentially than what you're getting essentially through your Ethernet. So it'll be interesting times ahead.
Sure is. David, your thoughts on the growth of mobile gaming that we've seen?
I mean, it was expected, like we all have touched on. I mean, technically, I think all of us here are mobile gamers.
Yeah, I do boot up Pokemon Go every day.
Yeah, I mean, I play Pokemon Go every once in a while. Play some other shit, I'll touch like Candy Crush, and then I do Clash of Clans. I used to do Boom Beach a little bit. Not playing that though. It gets boring after you build your base up. But yeah, I can see it growing. Yeah, like, trying to think. Like Call of Duty Mobile is actually pretty good, and a lot of people actually like playing that. Same thing with the PUBG Mobile. People prefer the PUBG Mobile over the actual console version of it. So it has a big growth. So there's even people like that hook their phones up to like actual controllers and screens, and they do all types of wild stuff. And it's like, wow, at that point, you're not even a mobile gamer. You have like a mini console in your hand almost at that point. But yeah, as we go into the 5G era, we may see more of that interaction with the mobile, which will help out like the Call of Duty Mobile and things of that, where you actually have to use multiplayer to compete with more than just one person. Now we're talking about server connections, and it would work out great for that. It'll probably continue to grow, and yeah, I could see why it's probably the number one, because like BK said, literally almost everyone has a smart cell phone, right?
Yeah,
you basically have a gaming device, as opposed to oh, I need to buy this $600 console or something like that. Like, oh, never mind. So that's why I can see it growing and be more active. And then most of the time, half these games are free, so
Yes.
you're not even paying anything. So that makes it even better.
100%. Junior, your thoughts on mobile gaming here as a whole, and like it said, its continued growth, especially this past year.
I mean, BK pretty much nailed it pretty much on the head. Everybody's got a phone. It's still, if you think about it, it's the most easily accessible gaming device you can have. You just go to your local, T-Mobile or Virgin Mobile or whoever, get a phone, get a cell phone plan, and then just download all the free games that are on the Google Play or Android or the iPhone store, whatever you want to look at it. And now, especially seeing as how Microsoft has, the Game Pass on mobile and all that stuff going on now, you can play, big AAA games like Destiny, Call of Duty, things like that, console games on your phone now. So it becomes, okay, what do you consider a mobile game versus what do you consider a console game now?
Yep.
Seeing as how there's a whole crossover going on between the two. Do you consider Candy Crush as a regular, mobile game that it's intended to be, or do you consider COD as a mobile game? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
So I mean, and then also you read it off in the article because of COVID. You got this jump in people playing more mobile games because again, it's the most easily available game device you have.
Yeah, that's also a very good point. What's interesting to me is that it's going to continue to grow. We're going to see things like that. We've seen Asus even jump in with the Asus ROG phone that they have, and it has like a cooling system and like everything on the back. You see Razer jumping in with their gaming phones, and it is a huge market. Like everyone touched upon it, everyone has a fucking phone, so it's super easy to gravitate to that market. I literally downloaded a game that I've never played before, and Junior, you'll get a kick out of it. Well, and Mike too, because he's in the chat. But I downloaded. Hello, Mike. Welcome to the show. It was AFK Arena, I think it's called, and I literally downloaded it just because Eyes Out Gomes from Overlord was a character in it. I literally paid like the $10 to get him, and I was like, that's all I wanted, and I just played with him for a little while. I'm like, that's so fucking cool. Look at him, that's fucking dope, and that was it.
Have you actually played the game or no?
Yeah, I did play a little bit more of it. It's actually fun. I actually meant to get back into it, and I just haven't.
I was about to ask you about that because I've been seeing ads up the ass.
Oh, dude, yeah, there's so many ads. That's what I think got me, because I kept seeing the ads, and I was like, dude, Overlord characters are in it? Damn, like, now I gotta try it for this event, because I'm like, fuck, bro. We've talked about this before on other shows, on my problems with mobile gaming. I played Marvel's Avengers Academy that Dan brought up before, and I spent like over $800 on that one mobile game. Pretty wild. A game that doesn't even exist anymore, so it's like I can't even like get the value out of my service anymore. So I was like, there goes my $800, it's gone. Bad times, man, bad times. I haven't done that in a long time, but whew, it is rough. Mike, since you're here, I would like to ask you your thoughts on mobile gaming's growth. And he dipped. See, he didn't want to answer the question. He didn't want to answer.
He's like, nope.
Did you? Son of a bitch, Mike. First off, I apologize to you that you did not call it Luigi. I thought it was. Maybe that was Joey. Maybe.
No. My whole deal was the Suicune. You guys were like, oh, it's Suicune or some bullshit.
Suicune. Yeah, Suicune.
No, it's Suicune. It's always been Suicune.
Okay, well, we didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know who the Lugia guy is.
Or did you say that? Did you
Lugia.
say? Yeah, but did you say? Well, if you want to call it that, it's like calling Lugia. Is that how?
No, maybe that was it.
Maybe that was it. Sorry. I will ask you though your thoughts on mobile gaming's growth.
I mean, I just got in here. I didn't hear anybody else's points, so I might repeat some shit.
That's cool. Do what you gotta do.
It whether we like it or not, as console or PC. Most everybody nowadays has a mobile phone, so it's more common to have a mobile phone than a console or a PC. Excluding laptops for work or whatever. But that's the moneymaker, man.
Mm-hmm.
It plain and simple. That's a moneymaker. You look at how much video games sold, and games, consoles, or even PC games. I'm pretty sure mobile game beats all of them combined.
Mm-hmm.
Money making wise. So whether we like it or not, that's what companies are after. They're after the cash, the money.
Oh yeah.
So if that's where it's coming from, that's where the games are gonna get developed more.
Mhm.
PUBG, COD, Pokemon, this and that. Uh, so that especially with lockdown, people just being inside, being bored as fuck. Go take a shit, pull out your phone, play whatever you want. It's gonna happen, man.
100%.
I know I've given money to fucking Pokemon or
Oh hell
or
yeah.
Hearthstone or fucking Game of War or whatever. And
Mhm.
you know what? Yeah, it's $1 here and there, but
Hmm.
1,000 other motherfuckers do it. That's $1,000, $2,000.
And then
So
not to interrupt you real quick, but one thing from like a marketing point of view, especially like in Japan, the biggest thing that they have are gacha games. And what a gacha game is pretty much you invest so much money into like this lottery system to get a chance at a super rare character, super
Yeah.
rare item, and things like that. And you got kids, like 14, 15, 16-year old part-time jobs, helping out the neighbor or whatever, investing all their cash into that lottery. And it becomes this whole gambling system, and some people get addicted to it. So like Mike said, you got one guy putting in $10 here, you got the other kid putting in $100, and then you got somebody else putting 1,000. That shit adds up. So mobile gaming, as far as the marketing point of view goes, they're going to be rolling in the dough like big time.
100%.
so that's where the games are gonna get developed. That's where I just see the market getting a lot bigger with Xbox bringing the Game Pass in, making it more mobile. They're just blurring the line for what is considered mobile gaming and what isn't. And in Japan, especially, it's just the handhelds. Everybody's on the go, so handhelds, phones, tablets. Those are what people are buying. That's why the Switch is doing so well, overshooting the PlayStation and Xbox, just because it's more on the go.
100%. Formerly on the Big J and BB show, I remember Joey and I, our running joke would always be, we would talk about like gaming is for everybody, and then we'd always, but not for mobile gamers. But the reality is, everyone here at some point probably participates in mobile gaming at some point in the time. People that like BK alluded to earlier, there's people in your family that like you probably don't even give a shit about video games, but they like to play some games on their phone. So
Yeah, like I said, us as mostly console and place and PC players, whether we like it or not, we are the redheaded stepchild now. We're not the favorite anymore.
Yeah.
Mobile is the moneymaker. They're gonna get their thing first, and then we get the second place.
that's a very
Sadly.
good point. That's a very, very good point. And I just want to touch before I dip on this topic. One of the things that I actually miss about having an iPhone, very much so, is the Apple Arcade. Because I actually, when it launched, I got it on my phone, and I love the Apple Arcade. There are a lot of actually really fun games in there for people that have an iPad or an iPhone or anything like that that want to get into those. There's something for you. There definitely is. And they had some really quality stuff on there. So that is one thing. Eventually, when I switch back to iPhone, because I know it's going to happen, it's just who I am. It defines who I am. That I will love to get Apple Arcade again, but that is still another. I know, dude.
Back.
I know people hate seeing my green bubbles, bro. I've been told people
back.
be shit talking me.
Going on.
I remember
baby.
so many hours wasted. What was that island game? Island God? Island some shit? Where it's like your little villagers and you
Yeah.
can like pick them up and launch them or whatever.
Yeah.
You do like the double rainbow in the sky and they freak out.
Or like Flappy Bird. I remember, God, Jesus, when that took over, how crazy that was. And it was like every day, me and my brothers and just competing with each other. Like, I got 100. I'm like, how'd you do that? And then someone's like, I got 200. And we're like, whoa. And yeah, good times. Good times. Mobile gaming can be fun at times. Couple of topics here I wanted to hit on real quick. Actor Ned Luke, who actually plays Michael in GTA 5 campaign, is out of the hospital after battling COVID-19 and pneumonia. The big thing about this, too, is that he shared a video of himself leaving the hospital that looked like the respawn from a hospital in GTA 5. I thought that was really funny. It is I thought it was very cool. Final Alex Trebek episode, Jeopardy episode, drew a record 14 million viewers. They're going to be using different former contestants, celebrities and stuff to host, because in the meantime, until they find someone to take over Alex Trebek's role. And Aaron Rodgers is actually going to be hosting an episode of the show in the near future. They talked. I think he said that on the Pat McAfee show. That's going to be really cool. Also, Jeff Keighley tweeted that I didn't have this in the notes, but the Uncharted movie has been pushed back from this July to February 11th, 2022. So you have to wait a little bit longer to see Tom Holland's version of Indiana Jones.
A lot longer.
A little, yeah. Well, now a year, like a couple of weeks. It's cool, dude. It's not, you know, fuck it.
Instead of like 6 months.
Yeah, numbers, yeah. Reports are swirling that Apple is developing a very expensive VR headset. According to Bloomberg Tech, the device will feature both VR and AR technology, and this looks to be the first step on the road to AR glasses. BK, first you as an Apple user. I got 2 Apple users here, but you first. So your thoughts on Apple making a VR headset?
It's Apple, so you know it's going to be expensive because, you know, their stuff's usually overpriced because they can get away with it because the brand loyalty and just, you know, they're Apple, so they kind of pull off that fuckery. But I heard since it is an expensive headset, to like help make it cheaper, they're like, it's going to have a fan in the headset, and then it's also going to have like a mesh front, like the HomePod speakers that I have, because I have 3 of those in my house. So they're going to have that. And they're not even, the coolest thing is they're going to pretty much take a loss on this. It's just more of an explorative tech, like, all right, we're going to see how this works in consumers' hands on a mass scale and see how it works. Because I was reading in the Bloomberg article, they only expect to sell 1 per store like a day. So they expect to sell less than 200,000 units a year. So it's not a huge moneymaker. This is all just like I said, market research, getting it down for when they come out with like the eyeglass, or they just call it II. You know, this just to be real, fucking fuck with people. The II.
Holy shit.
Interesting. I have a VR headset. It's fun, but I think it's a little bit cooler just because you can still see in front of you, and it just overlays on top of your surroundings. And I think that's where the technology should really go, in my opinion, going forward.
Hell yeah, just like the Pokemon Go AR, you know what I'm saying? Fuck yeah. Pops up right in front of my room. Pisses me off. I'm on the shitter trying to catch a Pokemon, it's like right in front of me. I'm like, oh shit! Pikachu's in the shitter with me, boys! God damn! David, as another Apple user, your thoughts on Apple getting into now this VR headset world?
Sure. I mean, I'm not a big fan. I'm not into VR, so I could really care less. I don't buy the current VRs. Not going to buy an Apple VR. So that's just what it comes down to. But their tech and research would probably be pretty good and be probably used elsewhere. But it really depends on what they can connect that VR headset to. If it can connect to a PC to do VR gaming, then yeah, that'd be great. But the hard thing is that's Apple working with the Windows component to play some of those games, so I doubt it. So we'll see where that goes. Overall, I don't really care for it. It's probably going to be something for how Samsung has their VR technology, and they just kind of want to do something similar with their iPhones. That's all.
I'm, for one, am just interested to see where this goes, especially AR technology. I think that's super dope. Because it is. There's no doubt in my mind. Yes, we are getting eyeglasses or whatever the fuck they're gonna be at some point in time, and that's gonna be some weird shit. I'll probably never own them because they'll probably be super expensive. But man, it's gonna be fucking cool.
Reach out to us at Big J and BB Show at gmail.com. That's BIGJANDBBSHOW at gmail.com.
Yes, sir. Or amnationpod at gmail.com. I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, there you go.
It's amnationpod at gmail.com. I operate both still because I still have contacts in one that I didn't have in the other. So I operate both. Either or. Hit me up. What's up?
I'm just waiting for the Scouter version of it.
Dude, like DBZ? It's over 9,000! It's fucking, that'd be lit. If it's only one eye, I'd be fucking hyped.
Should we go to Dairy Queen?
Dragon Ball Z abridged. So good.
One eye. How fast would you get it?
Like, really quick. Really quick. I would sell my left nut for it probably if I had to. Just because that'd be dope. That'd be like, oh my god, this is cool. This is great. Vegeta! That'd be great. Speaking of anime, Crunchyroll wants to get more into anime games into the Western market. For people that didn't know, Crunchyroll has been publishing free-to-play games on mobile for a while now. But they want to get more into the games. They got to get more games to console and PC. Crunchyroll has played such a pivotal part. You can listen to it on the Weebisodes episodes on your podcast platform of choice. We talk about Crunchyroll plays a pivotal role in getting animes to this market, right? From Japan over to this the North American market. It's huge. They're very huge in that way, just like Funimation. Really, they both are. And now that Funimation owns them, we're gonna, hopefully see some cool amalgamation. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be pretty dope. But they also have done a really good job with mobile games, and there's so many. I don't know how many times I go on Crunchyroll to get notes for a Weebisode show, and that's all I see are ads for fucking their mobile games. Like, there was one that was an Overlord game, and I'm like, I just know I won't do that. I know I won't. I think there was a game at some point that had like Konosuba stuff you could get in it, and even Mike was like, it's not even worth it. I looked, like, it's gonna take too fucking long to, like, you'd have to pay so much to get the Konosuba shit. And it's like one piece, and it's just annoying. But overall, I am really excited for Crunchyroll to want to get more anime based games here into the Western markets. Junior, are you also excited?
Oh yeah, I'm very excited about it because I mean, you get to see like what they're gonna be able to do with it, and going back to the whole mobile gaming aspect of it, it's going to be something that they're going to jump from the mobile gaming onto console, and it'd be interesting seeing how they pull that off. And at the same time, you can see your favorite waifu on a game version. So I'm happy about that.
That's a great point. There's Darkness right there. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Mike, as a fellow weeb, are you excited for Crunchyroll trying to get some games over here, bring more anime games onto console and PC in this market?
I mean, I am a weeb, but I'm not a mobile player.
But they want to bring them more to console and PC, though.
Console, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm guessing they're not AAA sweet ass games. If anything, it's gonna be more mobile and mobile crossplay and stuff like that.
I wonder if it looks more like Genshin Impact.
I'd be down for that as long as it's fairly well developed, I guess. If it's just a gacha or a money sink, I'll pass. Let me do a shameless plug here, but if, like we talked in the last Weebisode about how their Netflix numbers are all-time high it beats out everything in their anime section. I mean, everything. The anime section beats out everything in all the other shows. For viewers. So I can see what they're trying to do here with it being so high, and then like we said, mobile games is the moneymaker, so I can see what they're trying to do here. As for me personally, I don't.
You would have to see what it looks like first. That's kind of how I feel.
I said I would. Maybe. I probably still won't care, but sure. Let's just say I have to. I probably shit.
Let's just say fingers crossed they bring a Konosuba game to the console. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Just bring me like a dungeon crawler Konosuba game, and I'd be really excited. Really, really excited. It'd be great.
Fair enough. We'll see that.
There we go. But yeah, we will see. We will see what Crunchyroll does. I love the plug of Weebisodes. Thank you very much. Yeah, Weebisodes great. Newest Weebisodes out now. Naruto Shippuden review. Check that shit out. That was fucking dope. Unless you're gonna watch Naruto Shippuden, then maybe you shouldn't.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. I mean, it's our own show. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
One thing I wanted to say, I don't want to shit on it. I don't want to say like it's our best episode, because you gotta think about it with the Naruto Shippuden. There's just way too much to cover. We did not do it justice.
Oh fuck no.
If you guys want, more, like an actual, like, in-depth on certain arcs, certain characters,
pay us.
Let us know.
Oh.
Patreon.
Yeah. Pay us.
Patreon.
There you go.
Go on my Cash App. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, give us $1 million in Patreon, and we'll.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or if you win the Powerball or the Mega this week, let me know. I can tell you where to invest that.
Someone from Maryland won. So.
Yeah, maybe BK hit some people up.
I did, and it was none of my friends, unfortunately.
I have
like, it wasn't me.
Like, son of a bitch. Like, I've got a great. I thought about that too. I've always thought about that. I'm getting off the rails here, but if I ever won, like, what would I do? And I'm like, one, I'd have to wear like a mask. Right, I wouldn't have to because you have to you go on there and they're like, here's your check. I'd have to wear a mask and have to use a fake name. I'd honestly probably use someone else's name and just call it a day. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what I would do.
My name's Ian Rebner.
Right.
Rebner. Jesus Christ.
Great machine, baby! Woo! Today, oh man, I'll tell this. I'm gonna get off the rails, so I'm gonna tell the story after the show. But Activision Blizzard stock did hit a 37-year high. It exceeded over $95 a share, which that's the highest since 1984. Way to go, you WoW nerds! Way to fucking get it bumping. Should you hammer it?
We're doing great.
There you go, baby. Woo! If maybe hammer it before the BlizzCon comes up in February. Maybe the stock continues to rise after that, or maybe it plummets. Who knows? I don't know. They're going to be like, look at this Diablo mobile title still. It's coming. And then people are going to be like, fuck you. Super mad. I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out, but take a look at that. Sea of Thieves Season 1 begins January 28th. That's super dope. Mario Kart North American Open begins January 29th until January 31st. Get your shit ready, because if you compete, you can come get high on the leaderboards and earn gold points. That would be super dope as well. I'm not good at Mario Kart. I've said that before. I'm more of a CTR guy, so I don't give a fuck. But if you like Mario Kart, get on it. Happy 22 years as of today came out in 1999, which is just so fucking wild that 1999 was 22 years ago, but here we are. The OG Smash Bros came out. So Mike, I'm going to start with you as the resident Smash Bros guy, one of them. Who is your OG character choice?
OG N64?
Yes, if you need to know them, I can pull up the picture and I can tell you who.
No, of course not, dude. I played that. What's wrong with you?
Oh, okay, sorry.
Jesus.
I'm just testing you.
Okay.
Man.
I gotta test you, bro. He's out here talking mad shit. I had to test him.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Still taking his
Donkey
time on
Kong.
choosing his name.
I know
Yeah.
he sure was. Who was your main?
Captain Falcon or Donkey Kong?
Oh, very nice, very nice. BK,
And
do
for
you...
Melee, Sheik.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't say she.
Nah, Sheik wasn't in the original.
Wasn't
Well,
in
yeah,
the-
that's right.
Yeah,
Gee.
Yes,
Sheik
that's
was
right.
in the Sheik was in the next one, and yeah, I know Mike loves Sheik, but he didn't like to bring Sheik to Smash Bros Ultimate because Sheik was getting cheeks clapped. Let me tell you that. Tell
In
ya.
my defense, I had like 3 minutes of practice. Never touched the game before. Still came in like second or third.
Have you been
Boy.
playing Sheik lately though?
That's the sad part. I look at my roster and I get sad. I don't have anybody unlocked, so I had to use the yellow rat,
Pikachu. Don't ever disrespect him again like that.
yellow mouse.
Dude, he
I
loves
have
Pikachu.
nightmares with that fucking rat.
Oh, dude, the masked luchador Pikachu. It haunts me to
Yeah.
this day. Mike was just...
Anybody want to
Fucking
challenge
good.
me? Send your friend codes to amnation
Mhm.
at Gmail,
amnationpod@gmail.com.
and they'll get to me, and I will clap your cheeks gladly.
Yep, for free.
No lube.
For free. Unless too many people ask
Until you
them.
meet somebody from C2E2.
Oh, my lord, right? Yeah, that was rough, too. BK, do you have an OG main from Smash Bros? Who?
DK, Donkey Kong.
Oh, okay, DK.
DK and DK, baby.
He's like
Friend
me. I
BK.
use myself BK.
Oh, shit. We're going for the spikes, bro.
Just chuck the N64 out the window. I win, bitch.
Oh, there it is. Junior, do you have a main? It's all right. Do you have a main?
Same thing, just DK, because he was like for me, he was like the simplest to play and simplest, just go in the middle of the map and just start pounding the ground, and anybody gets close to you, they take a shit ton of damage.
This motherfucker.
Bounce up.
These motherfuckers. David, did you have an OG main for Smash?
I did not.
Did not. I certainly did, and it was fucking Kirby. That's who my main was. I love me some
I was
Kirby.
gonna guess Pikachu.
No, I've never. I wish I could, and I've seen you play Pikachu at times, and I've seen some other people do it that can master Pikachu's moveset, and it's so fun to watch a really good Pikachu player on Smash, but I just wasn't one of them, so I really enjoyed Kirby. Captain Falcon was always up there too. Fuck yeah. I just didn't play Mario. Fuck that bitch. I don't gotta play no fucking Mario. It's whack.
Sucks.
Yeah, Mario fucking sucks.
Little bitch.
Today Capcom had a little special event for Resident Evil Village, which is Resident Evil 8, in case you were curious. It is going to arrive on current gen and last gen and PC May 7th. Fingers crossed it does better than Cyberpunk did on last gen. We're going to find out. The demo is actually out today on PS5 and the other platforms. You guys will get it, the demo in the spring. Division 2 is also having a Resident Evil crossover event beginning February 2nd. It ends February 15th. Those who log in during the event will automatically get Resident Evil 2-star Leon Kennedy's Raccoon City Police Department outfit. From there, a variety of outfits, weapon skins, and more will be available to unlock, with a total of 21 apparel items in all. The announcement video, which you can watch, I'm not going to watch, shows off a costume that's very similar to Jill's look after the first Resident Evil, as well as the iconic outfit worn by Hunk. So check that out if you're still playing Division 2, or maybe you want to just jump back into it because of Resident Evil. Mike, I know you're at work, so you didn't even get a chance to look at Resident Evil Village yet, so I want to ask you that question. But it looks really good. Anybody that's really interested in getting back into Resident Evil, especially because it seems like they're going in a little bit of a different direction than 7. They're really giving you this more goth-esque kind of what OG Resident Evil kind of stories were. So I'm actually really excited for this. Also, people are simping for all the characters on Resident Evil Village, so on Twitter right now. Very much so.
I saw
especially
that
Big
earlier.
Lady.
People,
Big Lady.
yeah, I just kept seeing that. People were like, "Oh yeah, sit on my face" and like stuff like that. And I was just like,
DK's like, huh, this is weird.
Like this is what the weeb culture is like.
Like, oh, this is how weebisodes go. God damn.
I can see what they're into. I can see why they like this.
Yeah. Oh.
Like I saw the demo and like the first character, like the evil character that popped out, you know, like it was a jump scare. I was like, holy shit. And then the weeb in me is going like, damn, okay.
There it is. There it is. It always sneaks out every once in a while. To wrap up the show, David sent me a really cool TikTok the other day, and it was Trevor May, baseball player, was originally formerly for the Twins. Now he's not. He announced his free agent decision via streaming on Minecraft. It was actually really, really funny because I was like, at first I got this TikTok link and then I got another text message and I'm like, huh? He said like add to the notes. I'm like, what's he talking about adding what to the notes? And he's like, the TikTok video. I'm like, what? And I like clicked it and I'm like, oh, this is actually really cool. So Trevor May was on Minecraft and he had like all the blocks set up at his face and he hit him with his Minnesota Twins hat. And when he hit like the blocks, they all went and they changed to him in his Mets hat. So I thought that was actually really fucking dope, actually. Super.
Here, I got a video of it. I could show it on stream.
Okay, if you're watching on twitch.tv/UndeadRedBull, which of course you should be, make sure you follow and give them a sub. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free sub a month, just like BK and Pete. And they used it on Undead Red Bull, so make sure you do that.
if you're listening to this on your podcast platform, you can always go back. You can go to David's Twitch channel and watch the recording after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
So you can listen. If you listen to this tomorrow, just go in and watch it.
Yeah, I would tell you to watch it on our stuff, but I don't have David's video like that, so you're not going to see it. You'll be literally the same thing that you're seeing right now. All right, there it is. Look at see, boo, 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 and it changes, and that's so cool. See,
Cool.
I thought that was super dope. This is really cool.
Oh, he was using some dispensers and what is it? Those torches.
Yes. Yes.
That's easy
indeed.
thing to do.
I thought
Had
that was
fireworks go off, but that's still pretty cool thinking about like you put your face on there,
yeah.
Yeah, that's
doing all that work. That's a lot of work for that one in there.
That is a lot
yeah.
of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody, thanks for joining the gaming show as always. This is Amalgamation Nation or AM Nation. You can find us on your podcast platform of choice, such as Spotify, Google, Apple, etc. Make sure you search Amalgamation Nation. Hit that follow button and a sub button on your podcast platforms. Leave a review too. That would really be cool too. It helps get us boosted on the charts and stuff. That's actually really cool. On Twitter and Instagram, it's the same. It's at AM Nation Pod. Make sure you hit the follow button on both of those, especially because I've been trying a lot harder to post stuff on the Instagram. So, like, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Give me a like. Really appreciate that. YouTube, search Amalgamation Nation. Make sure you hit that sub button. Merch, it's teespring.com/store/AMNation-Undead Red Bull. Or you can find that link on our Twitter at AMNationPod. It's the pinned tweet right at the top. Or if you're watching right now on twitch.tv/Undead Red Bull, or you're on there anytime, because you should be paying attention to that, it's down below in his all his descriptions down there. It's below the stream. So make sure you click that as well. I did mention twitch.tv/Undead Red Bull. Make sure you follow and sub. If you have Amazon Prime, you do get a free sub a month, so give it to Undead Red Bull. You should. The schedule moving forward, again, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesday night, we'll be back here 8 p.m. Central Time for the sports show, and Thursday will be 8 p.m. Central Time for the gaming show. As of now, if I can get everybody here on Thursday, I would really like to do the fantasy gaming draft. I think that would be really fun. So if we can do that, that'd be dope. Dan, I'm looking at you, so make sure you get that done. All right, of course. Junior, I'm going to ask, do you have a quote or no?
Nope. Again, figured Dan would be here.
Well, son of a bitch, Junior. Now I gotta look up a quote.
I'm the Weebasode quote of the day, okay? I'm not the fucking gaming or sports one.
You know, I'm gonna go back.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the older episodes before the end of the year that we literally had this argument where you're like, "Well, I'll do the quote." Remember, because Dan got butthurt at you. So
I agree.
Well, I did it once
remember
or
that.
twice at that time.
Yeah, and then he
Did
thought,
you see Dan here?
you know, yeah, you got in here, you didn't see
Exactly.
Dan here. It was your moment to shine,
Well,
and I'm gonna
well,
be
if you want me to
honest.
do the quote of the day, pay me extra.
Pay you extra.
I'll pay you with the server mute. All right, so he can't talk anymore. So, Mr. Ryan Green Machine Ebner, a.k.a. what all yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
Take us away with the quote of the week.
You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Dr. Seuss. As always, everybody, wear your mask, be safe.